Hello the internets, welcome back. We finally have the new yearnings in the game, which are for both Sila and also for Alice. So let's talk a little bit about both of them, where they are on the tier list, and if I would recommend building them or planning to build them or not. As usual, anything that's not an Eldin or a T0 character, I will never recommend pulling for the yearning, okay? I can't recommend pulling for Renewa, obviously, fantastic character. But anything else, be it Baron, be it Sila, be it Alice, I do not recommend pulling for. Over time, you can get the yearnings, right? That said, if you have enough dupes already, if you went for them because they are your waifus, how are they performing, Sefhi? Quick TLDR, if you don't want to watch the whole video, which is completely fine, as usual, right? As usual. Sila and Baron are on a pretty similar position when it comes to damage output. We'll do a quick run right now on the testing grounds for the dimensional class, so you guys can see, right? So they are both on a similar position. The two characters, pretty nice DPS, honestly. They are dealing good damage. They cannot catch up to Elena still, but again, Elena, we know it was a mistake of the character, not really a good reference. So they are both T2, still great units. I have moved leads down, and Alice remains where she is on T3. I don't like the upgrade for Alice. Now, as usual, it is an upgrade. It is an upgrade. Every yearning in this game, it's an upgrade to the original character. But some of them are kind of basic, and it is the case for Alice. So we're gonna start with Alice, and then we'll go do a run so you guys can see Sila damage in contrast to Elena and in contrast to Baron. Now, Sila. Her yearning is omega simple, and the biggest problem she has is that she's competing on the mid lane for Mad. And the mid lane for Mad is absolutely stacked. You will never remove Renewa. You will barely remove your only healer. And then you have one more spot. And for most people, obviously, if you have the yearning, a big if in there, it's Sist. She's the best DPS for this team. And what Alice is providing, it's being a substitute for Diana, but a worse substitute. So, because it doesn't even proc that often. So, increases skill damage on totally lucky Alice. And then when allies receive direct damage a certain number of times, recovers own HP and SP. They need to be attacked 12 times in order to recover 25% of max HP and 100% of SP, which is great. This SP recovery is great, actually, right? But you have a 5-second cooldown, so in most situations, depending on your SP recovery and whatnot, and considering it's 12 times, it's not that huge of an upgrade. You are better off simply running, you know, Diana, surviving and buffing because of her passive. If you are a main Mad, most likely you will be leveling up her passive to level 15, right? So, which is a lot of extra attack for your team, and also incoming crit damage reduction, which is welcome. So it's a hard position for Alice, if it's even worth at the moment. At the moment, I don't think it's worth it. Maybe this does change in the future. In campaign, I can still see people running Alice over Sist, simply because of her card. Because with her card, she is pretty good, right? It's a nice card. It's a pretty good one. But outside of that, it's really hard to recommend pulling for her currently, because it's just not a fantastic upgrade over her base kit, right? So that's for Alice. Really cute girl. I like her. I probably should be getting the other skin. This one is pretty nice too. I like it quite a bit, but I think the red hood one for now is fine. And then we're gonna talk a little bit about Sila, and then we will go into showing her damage numbers. When it comes to Sila, it's a character that I do like a bit more in terms of the damage output increase she got. So Sila was already a decent DPS on her own. Even if we remove the yearning, she was still in T2, right? Both of them, both Baron and Sila, are still there. They cannot compete with Elena with the yearning, but they get pretty close in terms of damage output. It's just that the amount of investment required for that is pretty expensive, right? Now, her yearning on the A2 increases attack speed, and when a normal attack hits, a twister is generated at a set chance that deals physical damage to the struck enemy and disappears. If there are surrounding enemies, generates one additional twister that deals physical damage to other enemies, excluding the struck enemy, and disappears. 40% attack speed increase is really good, because this is 100% uptime, right? Always. And the twisters are nice. It's a nice increase. It's not huge, but it is a nice increase. So if we go into here and we are on stage 18, right? And we remove everyone because I was testing Mad Girls yesterday, and we go back into Compose, and we will be putting every main Mad character in here, right? Just to be tested. We'll put Baron in here. We have our Elena in the middle. We have our Sila up here. And we will be using ultimates for who? I mean, to be fair, as long as Elena is using the ultimate and Sylla, we are good. Baron is fine. Picora is fine. We could remove the Amelia ultimate and instead put it on Aya. But let's do that. Let's do that. Let's actually just do that. Let's disable this. Let's do that. There should be card presets. We don't have any, but it's fine. We'll put some items so you guys can actually see what's going on, right? So let's put some items on all 3 DPSs so you guys can see what is actually happening at the moment. So, no, oh my god, I almost clicked on auto and I bricked the run. Now, obviously, this is gonna be like a quote-unquote perfect setup. This barely will happen if you are actually running a proper, you know, a proper dimensional class team. You will not be getting 5 capes and then 5 Dragonlight swords and everything else. So we will be putting their own items on each character. For Elena, her drone. For Baron, her own... Ooh, I'm blind, boys. Am I blind? Yes, I'm blind. For Baron, her own doll, and then we'll just put Dragonlight Sword on everyone. Now, putting double Dragonlight Sword on Sila means she's getting 200% increased attack. So, it's something to take into consideration in contrast to the other girls, but the other girls are getting their own item, right? So, it is still a good comparison. And then, since we have 3 items left, what we will be doing is going to be increasing everyone's SP generation by putting 1 on each row. So, 1 on Amelia. We'll put 1 on, doesn't matter honestly, on Aya, and we will put 1 on, since it's on defense, we'll put it on Ed. It doesn't matter again, it's just to increase SP recovery on all our DPSs, right? So, we go here. I think her damage for Sylla is really good, and I think her damage output and her potential for Elias Frontier is even higher than it is on normal rates, because on Elias Frontier, she's like Shion, where she becomes basically a cocaine apostle and she just starts going crazy, right? So that's even better. And when it comes to Dimensional Clash, I think it's gonna be a staple for now because we still lack proper teams on almost every personality, right? And she has great damage output. So that is a stage 18, which is currently the last one. I haven't done the current Dimensional Class yet, so I'm only on the testing grounds. So you guys can see, 44 seconds. We go into damage, 684 for Elena, 600 for Baron, 483 for Sylla. Now, there is a lot of RNG. My Sylla yesterday was doing the same as Baron. Obviously, there's going to be RNG on proccing those twisters. And if there are multiple enemies, her damage will go up because those twisters can also be spawning other twisters. So, as usual, RNG. But like I said earlier, it's not an improvement that will make neither Baron or Sylla catch up to Elena. I think it's a nice upgrade. I like both of them. I would not be pulling for them unless you are a main honored personality. And even then, honestly, guys, you're just better off pulling for Renewa. Look at this cute girl. Alright, that's it. Those are the 2 new Yearnings and where I would put them on the tier list. Sylla is a nice increase in DPS. Baron is a pretty good Yearning. Alice is kind of underwhelming, but it is welcome for the extra survivability. And then currently from the banners we have Renewa is the best one by far. That's it. That's basically everything for this one. As usual, website is updated with everything, boys. I think I need to update the Yggdrasil dig site tag teams later on because I haven't updated for blue with the Sylla Yearning now and Baron. But aside of that, everything else is updated. Any questions you guys might have, feel free to leave a comment down below. Good luck with your pool, the rates, and I'll see you on the next one.